Hi, this is Suzanne in Ohio. I have a small project share to show you today. I'm calling this an idea envelope. So what I've done is load this project up with ideas for, I don't know, paper arts, scrapbooking, junk journals, anything you are into. But this only skims the surface as to how many ideas there are out there. And thanks to all the YouTube people that are willing to share their ideas and their creations, I've learned so much since I started about a year and a half ago. So here's my idea envelope. It can stand alone as a gift. It can be sort of like a memory keeping packet, or you can just have it for yourself and replicate the ideas, which will no doubt develop into new ideas for yourself. So the first thing I did was tie it up with just a scrap of fabric, and I'm going to untie that so you can see the front of it. So what it is an enhanced envelope, and I know it's full of texture and prints and everything. I'm going to take these out so you can kind of focus on what you're really looking at here. It's a very large envelope. The first thing I did was distress it, emboss it, and then I decoupaged a napkin image on the top of it, and then begin to enhance it with other items. Now, I don't think you want me to bore you with exactly what everything is. This is just a look-see, and if you have any questions, leave me a comment below and I'll get back to you. But here's a little tuck spot. A vintage map, a little folded letter type of thing, printed doily, printed textile, and those slip right in there. When you turn the envelope over, I'm going to bring you down just a little closer. The map wraps around to the back side, put a famous quote here, and a copy of a vintage cabinet, great big cabinet card photo that I found at one of my local antique stores. And that one is so interesting to me because it's an entire family from a town near me. And they were all educated and affiliated with the local college out there in a town called Alliance. So when you look inside, what you're going to see is I have lined the entire envelope to not only reinforce it, but to give it some interest down inside. And I used a myriad of different things. Pattern tissue paper from, garment patterns, printouts of old vintage handwriting and things like that. So it's just loaded with several items here. And I'm going to turn it around and show you what these items are. So let's just start at the top of the pile, I guess. And what we have are just different elements loaded up with different ideas. So the first thing here is a little pouch that I made out of wallpaper. And it opens up, and I did not put anything inside this, but I can. I don't know why I missed that. Heaven forbid I wouldn't put something in every pocket. I used a torn piece of pattern paper for a tuck spot, and then just some images. Now all these images have writing space on the back of them. So that's the first thing, a little wallpaper pouch. Here's a book page, what I guess some people call a floating pocket. I left it as rustic as I could because the paper was extremely old. I stamped on it. I added stamping that I had done on tracing paper, and then a printout of one of my textiles that I found at the thrift store. And that, of course, is a writing card. Now, I'll bet I'm making this. Yes, I am. I'm going to take the autofocus off so it quits fluctuating. All right, the next item is a little booklet and a little vintage image printout and some printouts that I have from various sources. When you open it up, some of the pages are enhanced. There's a little tuck spot, and I stuck 2 items in there. My little teacup. And if you watch my other stuff, you know I have many, many printouts of vintage textiles. I collect them from my local thrift store. Okay, another tuck spot, and then this page opens up, and an upper corner tuck with a copy of one of my journaling cards that I had made an image of it. This page is a compilation page that I put together and then copied it. Music score paper right there. Vintage print and a print of a text, or I'm sorry, a vintage image, probably originally a greeting card. So that's that little booklet. And then this one is a flip-up booklet. And I use a lot of prints, or not prints, but actual pages out of my Ideals books. So that's what that image is. It continues over onto the back side. I left these little people as a tuck spot, but I didn't put anything in it because it would just be too visually confusing at this point. When you open it up, another one of my lace and fabric tucks. I left it. Vintage recipe card. And over here, I glued down the extension of the pages right here, so it forms a little upper tuck, and one of these fold-out letter writing things. So I'm going to hold this item sideways so you get the whole thing in your viewing area. Okay, so another tuck spot. I left the bird open as a tuck spot, vintage printout, a belly band, enhanced. These are a few little Tim Holtz things I had left. I don't have very many of things like that, but that's what that is. And this is a compilation that I made using a vintage print over top of a very antique envelope. And when you open it up, you have writing surface here, writing surface here. I gessoed or acrylic painted over some of the letters on the page. You can still see through it, which makes it nice. Another belly band with a couple pieces of ephemera right there. And then another tuck spot with an item. Another tuck spot. Tuck spot vintage a textile that I created, and then another tuck spot there, and some blank pages. If you're really going to use it for yourself, there's plenty of writing area. Okay, so that's the tuck spot, or the item, that item. And then this goes into 3 envelopes that I've been playing around with. I've been making a lot of these envelopes with an acetate window in it. So this one is made out of a very large book page. I found the most wonderful book at the thrift store, and it really has come in handy because it's large, the print is interesting, and the paper is sturdy. So I just slipped a piece of writing paper in here. Now these are my compilation pages also, which I created by using elements from books, and then created a masterpiece, and then I just copied it, scanned it, and created a file, and then I just print them out when I need to. So these are collaged with a little bit of interesting things on the front of them, and that's how I did that one. Plain on the back in case you want to glue it down. If not, you can add things to it. This one is the side opening one. And I'll slip the paper out. Made out of music page, out of a children's music book, and the acetate window with a little collaging on the outside. So you could slip anything in there and really have something interesting. The next pocket is a piece of pattern paper, and then I tried to put something on the inside that looked interesting when you looked through the window. And just a little bit of collage there because that pattern paper was quite busy. This is another compilation page I've done with book text, old cross-stitch patterns, and music paper. So you see that the ideas, of course we all know ideas are endless. There's just no way you can ever get around to doing them all. So with this project I tried to work with what was on my desk and just put together ideas. And I'm partial to little booklet type things, so there's actually 2 of them in here, and then old book pages, and again wallpaper. So many things you can do with wallpaper. And then the original envelope. Now there's so many possibilities just creating your envelope. Also left this picture as a tuck at the top. I don't have anything in it. And this a tuck at the side, as well as the items here on this tuck. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you can get some ideas from this. And if you're interested in this packet as a gift or memory keeping or to keep for ideas for yourself, this will be on my Etsy site later today. All right, I thank you for watching. And again, I appreciate all you YouTubers that support each other, and I've learned so much from you. Thanks for watching.